Hello again, everyone. This is Jan from New York City, and my channel name is Jan from New York City Saves Money. Hey, how's everybody doing today? No, I would like to thank Mornings with Granny channel for this past inspiration, of which I do you guys every once in a while. Welcome new subscribers in case you've never participated in this before. You know, every once in a while, I like to give a situation of food examples that what could we do to stretch a buck with the items that are shown at this time. So we're going to get started with what could you do with non-fat dry milk, a can of pre-made chicken rice soup. Excuse my allergic cough. I apologize profusely. I only have 2 eggs left in this one. I have protein wild blueberry muffin mix. I have Hungry Jack, it doesn't matter the brand, but the word complete buttermilk pancake mix. I have a steak. Okay. That just come out of the freezer. I have a very tall box of oatmeal oats. I have a box of spaghetti classics. Pardon me, this one's a little bit of a riddle because it requires a tomato paste, and at the moment I do not have tomato paste, but I do have little cans of sauce. Okay, so we're working with oatmeal, spaghetti, pancake mix, a steak, soup, 2 eggs, and a package of non-fat dry milk. And there's a little bit of a riddle here, and I forgot to mention some yogurt. Now, here's the game part. If you could try to create 2 to 3 days of meals, 3 meals per day, let's stick with 3 days. 3 days, 3 days of meals. This is your challenge. See if you're up to it. See if you could do this. Working with these ingredients and only these ingredients, or slash if you have ingredients on hand such as butter or nonstick spray or seasoning. Notice there's not a piece of bread here. No slices of bread, not a ton of eggs, no fancy drinks. What are we doing here? An experiment. And the experiment is this: living off of, let's say, a handful of items, 3 meals a day for 3 days. And there's a real issue going on around here in this area, in this country, where some people don't even have this much. Some people would consider this tons to work with, while others will be scratching their heads going, well, gee, I don't know how I can live off of that for 3 days. It's a challenge. And every once in a while, I like to use that Morning with Granny inspirational challenge for my budget channel. But I am concerned about the hunger crisis here. And this is one of the reasons I encourage anybody that can help in any way possible. Do you have extra canned goods? You could donate them. Do you have a couple of bucks that you'd like to help out with? You could send it to them. Pantries, food banks, your local charities. Can you volunteer some actual time? If you're able-bodied and can do it, fantastic. So let's go with this challenge for now. And I'm really curious to see, what can you do with that oatmeal? What can you do with this muffin mix? There's no slices of bread here. What can you do with this complete pancake type mix? What can you do with that box of spaghetti? What can you do with that beautiful thick steak? This steak is very thick, so I could come up with a trick or two. I want to see if you know the answer to that one, okay? You only have 2 eggs to work with, but there's definitely a little bit of a riddle with the non-fat dry milk and the yogurt. Let's see who can figure this one out. Hey, listen, you guys are smart. You guys are wonderful. And I know generous of heart and generous of soul. And in the meantime, this has been Jan from New York City. Thank you so much for viewing. Why? Because I really do appreciate whose time? Your time. And I'll be back again real soon. But a close up with a little bit of music. Come back with some really cool answers. I know you will. Have a great day.